Hey guys, and welcome to the buying experience. My husband and I both put a lot of effort into the things that we bring into our home, and this is us sharing that experience with you. Alrighty guys, let's get into this. The first thing that I learned is that Etsy is great. I love Etsy. Etsy intrinsically makes me believe or think that whatever I'm buying from there is handmade, hand curated, handcrafted, made by somebody who loves making and who wants to share that with the world. That's not always the case, I found. And sometimes when you buy on Etsy, you are really getting discount school supplies. So don't get suckered in. Join us as we walk through learning those things. So today I'm going to be talking to you about buying some Montessori toys for our daughter because I thought it was interesting, and perhaps you will as well. So what I was after was a Play-Doh toy kit or Play-Doh tool kit, really, so that when she's playing with Play-Doh, she has different textile experiences other than just the dough. So things like stamping, rolling different textures, cutting utensils. I ideally wanted a board or something like that with it to help contain it, things like that. Started on Etsy because that's like my go-to for Montessori toys these days. And then like the other main competitors would be like just Googling it, and Amazon, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, all that sort of stuff. So starting out, I didn't really know that much or really what exactly I wanted out of the tools. I just knew that I wanted it to be part of her sensory learning and to be like hand-eye coordination things. And then I did want something for containment, like a board, because we have carpet in some areas where her like typical play setup is, and I just don't want Play-Doh in the carpet, ideally. So things like that were my main concern going into it, and I was hopeful and like ideally I was like, I just want to pay one shipping fee or no shipping fee. And so I want to try and get like a starter kit to get it all in one place. Me in my naivety thought that that would actually be something that I could accomplish. Turns out it's not, at least not for my end goal. So I started on Etsy because there's a ton of different shops there, and I thought there's like so many just Montessori shops. I should be able to at least get like 3 or 4 of the items from one of these shops and reduce my shipping fees there. So I just Googled Montessori Play-Doh tool, and that was it. And come to find out, there aren't that many Play-Doh tool kits. There's tons of Play-Doh sensory kits. Sensory kits are bullshit to me because all it is like sticking army men in Play-Doh or beads or glitter or just crap. It's just crap that you put in your Play-Doh, and that annoys me that is the thing. I know that there are whole like Facebook and YouTube channels of grown adults mixing things into slime and Play-Doh, and rock on if that is your thing, and if you enjoy watching that. That is not what I want my kid doing on a daily basis. I don't want her thinking that that's okay. I don't want that to be her life right now. So I want to be able to put things in a box, clean and neat, and reuse them, and then not have to buy more Play-Doh and buy more crappy shit to put into the Play-Doh in order to keep her satiated and happy. So that one just slightly annoyed me, and I had to get over it because I didn't realize that was like as much of a thing as it is. When you do Play-Doh kit or Play-Doh tool kit or Play-Doh sensory kit, 99% of it is curated Barbie or autumn theme or boy theme or space theme shit to put in your Play-Doh. Whatever. And I'm sure it's lovely Play-Doh that's scented and color curated and very thoughtfully arranged. Again, not what I wanted. So that was my Etsy initial experience. And so then I went to Amazon and was like, okay, well maybe I can just find something in one place there. and it was all plastic, like Play-Doh brand, or even the Melissa and Doug, which is largely wooden stuff. Theirs was like half plastic toys, and it's extruders and things like that, not necessarily the actual like rolling pins or cutters or knives or a board to put it on. So I did find Amazon to be kind of worthless in that regard. They didn't have a good Montessori Play-Doh kit, and I abandoned that and went back to Etsy. And I did find one shop, and her buying was down. So she was out of Romania. She had largely everything that I wanted. She had like 3 different actual starter kits, ranging from like $32 to around $50. That's about the price range I was looking to spend, and it had a cutting board and then a rolling pin or a textured rolling pin. She did have lavender for you to mix in to one of them, which I was okay with that. Or it was either lavender and a textured rolling pin, or a little crinkle cutter and no textured rolling pin. And so I vacillated back and forth between those. Before I added it to my cart, I opted for her 8-piece starter kit for around $39, I think it was. And it had like a starter cutting board and a knife and a little stamp and just kind of the basics that I was really after. Super excited to find that. However, she couldn't, like, you actually couldn't purchase it. That was really annoying. She did since then get it fixed, and we've got it ordered, and hopefully it is on its way to us. Coming from Romania, so there's no telling how long it'll take to get here. In the meantime, though, between like the time that I found what I wanted and actually being able to purchase what I wanted was about a 4-day time frame, because her buying was down. And so I had to send her a message, and then I was impatient and really wanted to go ahead and order some things since I didn't know for sure that her buying would be back up. And in general, I didn't know how long it would take to actually get those things. So I went back to searching Etsy and found 2 things. There was one other person who had a starter kit, and it was around $48, and it was all wooden, and it looked really pretty actually. And it did have a cutting board. It did. That was not an actual cutting board. It was just like a press wood thing. So if it gets wet, was my one concern. I was like, ultimately, I could buy a cutting board from Amazon for like 10 or 11 bucks, or just get a bamboo cutting board from Walmart for relatively inexpensive, the like 2 times a year that we go to Walmart. So I was like, okay, well, I'll add that to my cart. And then they had textured rolling pins was the other thing that I really wanted. And that kit didn't have it. That just had like a butcher's knife and then like some textured carving tools and a standard rolling pin. So then I wanted more. I wanted textured rolling pins so that when she rolls it out, she could see the pattern imprinted and then play with those things. So I looked up textured rolling pins for Play-Doh, and there were quite a few of them. Some of them were actually handmade. A lot of them were just either buy one for like $8 or get a set of 4 for like $24 to $32. And I was like, okay. So I had a 5-piece set and then a 4-piece rolling pin in my cart, and it was going to be like $70. So I just figured I would go to Google and give it a shot and see what I could find as far as Montessori Play-Doh tool set, and then just Googling Play-Doh tool set. When I Googled Play-Doh tool set, lo and behold, I found Discount School Supply. And on Discount School Supply, I found these things. One, I got free shipping when you paid like over $35. So the first thing was a set of textured rolling pins. So I got 4 different rolling pins that are all made of wood. They're nice and hefty. And I paid $11.33 for this, I believe. Oh, well, this doesn't say. I paid $11.33 or $11.66 or something like that for these 4 rolling pins. These are literally the exact same rolling pins that were listed on Etsy for $8 a piece, or a set of four for $28 to $32, depending on which shop it was purchased at. And this is the thing. I go to Etsy because I intrinsically just trust that it's handmade, or at least curated from like someone who's put together a thoughtful starter set of things that are really good for whatever purpose it is that you're looking for. And I was slightly annoyed to find that people are double or tripling the price on a discount school supply item that they're not even shipping. They're drop shipping directly to your home. So one, that was a little bit annoying, and I was really proud of myself for not getting suckered into that, because I think I just intrinsically want to believe that Etsy is something unique and handmade or like special that people don't always get just from going online. And that's not necessarily the case. And I learned that through this buying experience. The other thing that I found, same place, same people, it's Colorations, and it was wooden sculpting tools. And this is that 5-piece Play-Doh set. So this had the textured carving tools and 4 other things. So this was that basic set, and this is beautiful. It's, again, hefty, it's oil coated, so it's sealed. Yeah. A little spatula, another rolling pin, that's fine. Marking tool, and a little butcher knife. So these, again, are all really good sealed wood. It's not pressed wood, it's solid wood all the way through. You can see the grain of it. I can literally see through this. It's not like it's veneer on the outside or anything like that. It's not pressed wood. It can be washed. Like, I'm not going to put it in the dishwasher, obviously, because it's wood, but it's what it should be. And I think this was like $22 or $23 instead of $50. That company was from the UK. I would have had to pay additional shipping from the UK when literally they would be drop shipping from Discount School Supply once more. So I saved myself 2 different shipping fees and just the annoyance of having purchased Discount School Supplies from an Etsy dealer. And that's really one of those things that I was kind of surprised at. I'm sure that that happens all over the place. And I know there's tons and tons of websites like Wish and all that stuff that have just like people buying Alibaba stuff and then reselling it. And that's just you not taking the time and effort to go and find those things out for yourself, or not wanting to buy things en masse. This is not bought en masse. I mean, they could, but they don't have to. They can just have it drop shipped directly to your house. So for a total of $35 and free shipping, I got a green chalkboard. This was like $3, and that was just to get me to $35 to pay for free shipping. So I got a chalkboard and the 2 exact items that I had in my Etsy cart for less than half of the price. So do your research. If you are looking for things, it's 100% worth a 30-second Google search to see if you can find the exact same thing that you're looking at and have in your Etsy cart on Google for half of the price. Not always going to be the case. I do genuinely believe that there are some amazing people creating some absolutely amazing and phenomenal things and selling them on Etsy. I love Etsy. I don't think it's Etsy's fault. I think it's my own fault for buying into that mindset that Etsy is this unique world that only crafters and makers use, and that's just simply not the case. So I hope that you will learn from my experience also, and possibly not be so apt to just trust Etsy for what we want it to be, as opposed to what it really is, which just is a place for people to sell things online. And with that, there are some really amazing people, and with that, there are people who are just making a living reselling other things. I can't fault them for that. I would fault myself if I got suckered into it, because looking at those reviews on Etsy, it's almost heartbreaking for me because I see these moms who are probably in very, very similar places to me of like, I just want to give my kid the best experience that they can have. I want good quality tools. I want to feel like I'm making a worthwhile investment into their toys, their tools, their future, all of those things. And I don't want to feel like I'm being suckered in the process. And so to go and read these reviews, particularly, where was it? Yeah, particularly these guys, like, these moms are like, oh my gosh, they're such good quality. My kid loved it and played with it for hours and hours. I'm so satisfied. And they've paid $8 and it literally says made in China stamped on the side of it. It's a $3 toy. I absolutely think this is worth $3. I probably, had I not Googled it, would have said it was worth $8 had I thought that somebody actually like put this through their lathe and hand carved it and then sanded it beautifully and coated it in a nice like varnish. But they didn't. This is a bulk toy made in China, and you should go into that experience knowing that instead of expecting that you're getting a quality and a product that you're possibly not. So don't make me pity you. Do a little bit more research. I'm sure that there are so many things that people would pity me on for poor things that I've made or choices that I've made in my purchasing. But thankfully, this is not going to be one of them because I did spend probably about 4 or 5 hours researching Play-Doh toys in order to buy them for my daughter. And I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of the fact that I saved us about $40 by just Googling something and that I didn't get suckered in. And I hope that in the future you will learn from my experiences and possibly not get suckered into some of the same things that many, many other people have. Because these shops have like 3,000 sales, y'all. That sucks. Don't be that person. Subscribe and stuff. Yeah, if you want to see us buy more toys, if you want to see us making some of our daughter's toys, check out our YouTube channel, Kachi Bachi, where we do some crafting and making there. And then join us again here as we share other things that we buy down the road.